Right now I have a person who was in that building, 197, when the shooting started. This is Mr. Frank Pudzo.
Yes, sir.
You work in the Navy Yard building.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what happened.
Well, we were having a business meeting. It was about 20 after 8, and we heard three sounds. It sounded like a table collapsing on the ground. And we came out of the office and said, what was that? And about a minute later, we heard a very loud pop, which couldn't have been more than, we estimated about 100 feet away. When that happened, everyone said, this is no drill, go, 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 emergency exits now, go, go, go. And a whole bunch of us were able to make it to the emergency exits. And we heard several more shots.
So you were just having a meeting?
Yes, sir.
And then what?
And then we heard sounds, pops, but it sounded like a table. Nobody knew what it was. It sounded like a table just dropping onto the ground. And the fourth shot was absolutely unmistakable. It was a loud gunshot.
Had you all trained for an event like this?
Yes, sir. The Navy's actually really strong in this regard, training us for emergencies like this. So most of us, people I was with, we knew exactly what to do. Muster, out of the building.
I see. Did you see anybody?
No, sir. No, sir. I do know some folks did see him on the fourth floor and they were able to get out. And he was just walking through the offices, shooting.
Did they describe him?
They just said he was wearing a black, or they thought it was black clothes. You think they had a hat on. And they said two of the shots he shot into the air.
Just firing?
Just fired into the air. Didn't fire at people, fired into the air, and sometimes he fired at people.
I see, okay. So that is Mr. Frank Pudzo, who works in building 197 at the Navy Yard. He was having a meeting this morning and heard all of this. And of course, the scene continues here. I don't think that they have apprehended this person yet, but obviously you must have been a nervous man this morning.
It was a fairly terrifying experience, but that's when you think, this is what we trained for, this moment. Now, let's go, let's do it, this is no drill.
Okay. All right, that's it from here. Reporting live, Sam Ford, back to you.
Sam, can I ask you a quick question? That gentleman, despite
Yes.
what he described as being a terrifying situation, seemed relatively composed. What is your sense of how people who had to deal with this and were up close and personal to it, what is your sense of how they reacted to the situation?
Well, this is the first person that I've met, and obviously he reacted in a calm way because they had training about the situation like this. So he reacted in a calm way to this. But out here, most of the people we're seeing, I don't think they work in the Navy Yard, weren't as close to this as obviously he was. The gunman was thought to be, at least he shot a police officer, we think, on the 3rd floor, and this gentleman, you were on the 4th floor at the time that this happened.
And Sam, so while you have Frank still with you, did they quickly evacuate the building once they realized that these were gunshots? Are there still some folks in the building?
They're asking if there are people still in the building, or do you know anything about it? Your group evacuated right away, right?
Our group evacuated. We do know a couple of folks actually locked themselves in their office. They've been accounted for and were able to get out. There may other be, and we do know there are other folks still barricaded in their offices. They're locked in their own offices.
Okay, all right.
Don't know how many folks there are that did that.
Okay, so that's the story from here.